Okay, so we're gonna go ahead and alter this pot. So we have a cube right now. It should be 4 by 4 by 4. And you are gonna go ahead and pick the corner that either you don't like or a corner that you really do like. Because you want to pick, like, how is this gonna sit on the table? Because you're cutting off one of the points. Okay, so you would want to go through and like clean these sections up. You would blend, I mean, the smallest amount possible just to get rid of that design. You don't want, or that line, you don't want to get rid of the whole design. So you've got to be careful on how much you blend. Okay, so just a little bit right over that and it should be okay. So I'm going to go ahead and cut, let's see. And if you have a corner that is like dented or funny, then I would go ahead and cut that one. So I'm going to cut this corner. I am going to use a ruler and, or at least the measurement on this protractor, to measure at 2 or make a little hash mark at 2. Okay, so right there. And the same thing on this one. Okay, so I've got 2 of those marks. I'm going to go ahead and connect this. This seems like a lot because 2 is half of the height of this pot. Okay, but I'm going to go ahead and connect these. Okay, and that's what's going to be cut. And so the next part over here, so I've got this one on this side. We're doing this on 3 sides. So I'm going to go ahead and measure again at 2 and connect. Quit moving. There we go. Whoops. Okay, so last one, you don't have to measure because you're just connecting these. So draw that line, and then we need to talk about how we're going to cut this. So you can see how all of those are on each of those sides. Okay, they should all look the same. Once you get to this part, we're going to cut this off at an angle. So you can't cut straight into this box. So if it's straight up and down, because if I go to sit this down, you can see that it being straight in there, it's going to be a funny like angle. You're going to have to cut, like if you're holding it just like a pencil, you want it to be a 45 degrees. So you can see like this. Okay, so it's a 45 degrees. So then when this is on the table, then this is going to be level. So let me twist this around. And then you can see you've got a 45 here. So when you cut this off, then this is going to be level with the table. Okay, so that's why you're not cutting straight into it. You're cutting at an angle. Okay, so this should be like at an angle and it's pointing towards the smallest part. Okay, so I'm going to go ahead and cut that off. Okay, so now this piece is going to come off and this is trash, okay, or recycle. And then you can see what this looks like, where this is cut at an angle, so this is flush, and so I'll be able to easily score a piece of clay right on top of this. We'll save this for something later that I will show you. But then you're going to go ahead and take this piece, you're going to score and slip this on here. Now you could make this a different shape if you wanted the bottom of this to be, I don't know, shaped like, I don't know, a pond or a flower or something else, or it could just be the same shape as the bottom of this pot. Okay, so it's kind of up to you. If you're going to just do the size or the shape of the pot, then I would go ahead and trace it first. So put it on there, run your tool around the outside, and then go ahead and cut that off. So then this could be straight up and down. Okay, so I'm gonna go ahead and score and slip this on. Okay, so now that's gonna sit just like that. And so it looks like it's, I don't know, defying gravity where it's on that point, but we've just cut this and flattened it. So from here on, we are deciding what we're gonna do with the lid. This piece is a good example because this was cut 2 inches down. Okay, so if we're thinking about this, if you cut something that's right here, 2 inches down, that's how big the opening is going to be. Okay, so you don't want to do that because that's going to mess up this when you have to score and slip it back on. So for this, you want to cut from corner to corner, okay, all the way around. And we are cutting on these 3 sides. We are not cutting on 4 sides. Sometimes I have people do that. They will cut all the way around on this side, and then this piece just falls out. Okay, so it's all the way on the top. So corner to corner is how you will cut. You can't just cut straight because it's going to like slide around. It won't latch. Okay, so even if you don't want very much, you have to have something that's going to go up or down or something different. So let's see. At least with the design, I have kind of these like diamonds on here. So I'm going to go down. So I'm going to do something like that on the sides. And so that is corner to corner all the way around. Okay, so 3 sides. And then you would be able to take this and cut this off. And then you will need to make sure you put coils or you blend the coils, whoops, that are already in there. Okay, so you can open that up and you can see that's what my lid looks like. This is what the container looks like. None of these were blended. So I'm gonna have to go back and do that. Again, just like the box, you can see how I didn't line that up. So the carved box that we did, there we go. We made like a mark that would help us distinguish where this goes. So if you have like some type of mark here and then some type of mark right here, then you would know when you look at this, this is how it has to line up to put the lid on the pot. Okay, so this is where we're going. Let me know if you need help or if you have any questions.